Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the series Campus2Corporate, brought to you by Analytics and Consulting Club and IT Jamshedpur. I'm your host, Krishna, and this episode would take us through an enlightening experience. So get ready to delve into and learn from the experiences of Harsh Ranjan, who is a graduate from Civil Engineering 24 batch and has secured a full-time employment at Cotiviti as an associate insight analyst. He also did a 6-month intern at Accenture as a procurement analyst. Also, he was one of the training and placement coordinators in our college. Harsh sir, thank you for joining us.
Hey, thanks, Krishna, for introducing me. Talking about Analytics and Consulting Club, it is one of the very good clubs of our college. And for preparation point of view for placements, it is one of the very good and renowned club of our college. I also did the interviews for that, but unfortunately, I was not a part of Analytics and Consulting Club because of some other reasons. So yeah,
Oh,
you can start.
okay. Okay, so your profile seems really interesting. You did a 6-month intern from Accenture Gurgaon, for which you applied off campus, right? Many of us may
Mhm.
not be knowing the correct way or approach to get an off-campus internship or placement or PPO, PPIs as such. So could you mention a few ways in which our viewers would effectively be able to uh, apply for off-campus internships in their dream companies?
So talking about off-campus internships, we have 3 to 4 conventional ways of applying to off-campus internship. The first one being seeing at LinkedIn post, directly going at the career website of the portal and applying through that. Then the other way is taking referral and applying. So talking about the first way, if you are applying directly through the website, definitely there are thousands of applicants. You getting
Right,
selected, the chances reduces a lot. And if you go through referral also, the today's generation has been so advanced that almost everyone applies through referral. So
right,
chances are quite less there also. So what you can do is, in my opinion, you can see that which company is recruiting. There are definitely the recruiters present there. Major recruiters are there. Major HRs are there who are recruiting. Whose LinkedIn post you see. So you can definitely connect them, approach them on LinkedIn that this is what is my profile and I want to apply for the job which you have posted. So from that point of view, you will come into a good book of HR and the knowledge of HR. So the HR will definitely give you a priority. So that's one way. Other way is that you can send your resumes through mails to those HRs. You can prepare a simple write-up which you can send to different HRs with your resumes. That's also a good way. So these are the two ways which I think are the most effective ones, and definitely they will give you a result.
right. Okay. Even I think many students here at our college are self-sufficient and hopefully they would be able to land into their dream job. Talking about your company, Accenture, could you tell us about the selection criteria which led to this off-campus
Uh,
application being
yeah,
successful?
yeah. So coming to my organization, I applied through directly connecting with the HR. I asked her that whether there is an opening or not. She told that yes, we have openings, but they are limited in numbers. So I sent my resume to her, and she told that okay, we will review it and we will let you know. So after that process, it was a 1 week long gap, and after that gap, I got a call from the HR that yes, we have selected your resume, and next we'll be having 2 rounds of interviews. The first round was technical round. Uh, Basically, they asked a question about Excel and SQL. SQL was part of my project, so that's why that they asked. There was an Excel based test which they took. In that test, I had to just there were simple questions like using joins, lookup, and solving the questions like I had to take out the insight from the Excel sheet. So that was a live test. I cleared that. Then there was also a uh, guesstimate. I had to find the numbers of uh, total numbers of what we call that total numbers of transactions which took place in a grocery store. That was the part which I had to find out. So I did that quite well, and then after there was a HR interview. In that HR interview, I was told by the HR that you will be asked case study questions. But when I went to interview, it was something different. They directly asked that how was your exam, because it was the last day. After that, I came out of my mid semester examinations. So they directly asked how was your examinations. I was from civil engineering. They started asking question about civil engineering. What is civil engineering? And that was a quite good discussion. You have to be confident definitely in your HR interview, and you have to convince them that what they want. The first thing which any organization wants is that you will be joining, you will not leave, you will be a long term asset for the company. So your answer should always be inclined in HR round towards that you are a long term asset for them. Then definitely they will select you.
So Accenture is really a big name. They want employees with on whom they can invest upon, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
So I think the selection criteria was good enough for graduating
Yeah.
freshers in the job market to fit into. Okay. Moving
Yeah.
towards your full-time employment offer that you secured at Cotiviti as an insight analyst. I personally have not heard about this role, and also our viewers might be unaware of it. So could you please explain like what the job will be?
See, when you talk about analyst, procurement analyst, insight analyst, any part of analyst, obviously you are dealing with a big number of data. So
Right.
data is the thing, you have to take out the insights. In my part, which is in Cotiviti as insight analyst, you have to infer the results out of data, findings out of data, what you can take out from that chunk of data which you are given. The process goes like you have to normalize the data, you have to standardize the names on each and everything, and then after you have to find out the final insights that this is the output and this is the thing which we need to work upon to benefit the organization. That's all it's all about in data analyst or procurement analyst or insight analyst or any other, or maybe business analyst.
Okay. So all of these fields are related and
Yeah.
right. Okay, interesting. I think we have a fair idea about this role now. So what do you think are the skills necessary to be possessed by a candidate for this role?
uh, According to me, see, the first and the foremost thing which matters in this is about your communication. Your communication has to be strong. You have to be good in communication. You need to deliver your ideas frankly, quickly, and efficiently. And then after it's about your technical skills, then I will talk about Excel is a thing which is a must know for any of the analytics or consulting organization. Then after we have SQL, we have a vast amount of use case of SQL. SQL is a thing which I will suggest you all to definitely do, not on the high end, but at least till basics and mid-level SQL.
Okay. So you mentioned all about the Excel, SQL, and what about Python and other tools like that?
See, Python is like it's a cherry on the top. If you're talking about analytics and consulting, it definitely varies organization to organization. Like there are a few organizations which work on Stack SQL. There are a few organizations which work on different kinds of SQL extensions or the softwares. Like if we talk about PostgreSQL, few organizations work upon, few work upon SQL Server, and that varies company to company. That the same weight lies on Python also. Few companies work on Python. If they are working on Python, they will expect you to know Python well versed. If not, then it's a cherry on the top, definitely.
Okay. So that was all about the skill set. Now, next, I would like to ask about the recruitment process that you went through for Cotiviti, just so our viewers briefly understand about all the rounds which they will have to clear.
Hmm. So talking about Cotiviti, in Cotiviti first was the aptitude test. Definitely in the aptitude test, we had technical questions related to statistics, related to quantitative aptitude. There was English also. Also, there was bit of some what you call a case questions, like 2 to 3 questions were case type of questions. We had 60 minutes, 60 questions. And after the first round, we had 2 rounds of interview. First was technical interview. Second was completely HR interview. So the first round of interview which I had, the HR asked me like, what are your project works? I explained my project. It was data analysis project on SQL. He asked what all work you have done on SQL. Then I told that in my last internship, my most of the work were in SQL only, so I was well versed with that. Then from nowhere he asked me that how is your Excel skills and how will you rate yourself in Excel. So for that, my answer was on organization level, I will rate it 3.5 because I am yet to learn. And if you talk about a student perspective, then definitely I will rate it 4.5. So he was impressed for that. Then he asked a question like again a join was question was that how we will pull the data from another sheet to a sheet on the basis of any a unique ID or anything, and then you will find the resultant. So that was a basic question if you have done in Excel. And the result of the question was you have to use any lookup values to look up the values, and then you have to use pivot tables. That was it. So that interview took around 20 to 30 minutes, and he was very much convinced after my 2 3 answers, and he didn't took the interview long. He just told me that you will get a we will reach out to you again. So that was it.
Right. So aptitude and followed by 2 interviews. All of this sounds really intense. I mean, just after an year, me and my batchmates would be in the same shoes, right? I hope we will be prepared enough for the things coming our way.
Definitely.
Ah, okay, so you were in Accenture for 6 months as a procurement analyst, you mentioned, right? And now you'd be working as an insight analyst, both being typically like the same field as you mentioned, but
Mhm.
one being the supply side approach and other being the demand side work. So, what do you think are about your technical experience? Like, would it be helpful at Cotiviti as well?
See, if you talk about supply and demand side, the work which is going on in supply and demand side, it's all about data.
Right,
There also you are getting a data, you have to find an insight. Here also you are getting a data, you have to find an insights.
right,
So almost things remain same. Just the thing is that you will be having suppliers towards one side, another side you will be having vendors whom you will
right.
be giving out the results. So that's it. There's not vast difference. And if you talk about tech stack difference, there's almost nothing, no differences there.
So I have heard about that the client-facing roles are very hectic and about the work-life balance. So, what do you think? Do you think the demand side is more client-facing or the supply side is more client-facing?
See, both are equally client facing. If you are for example, if I say that you have one product, you have to buy from someone and then you have to sell it to someone. If you are the mediator kind of person, you have to definitely approach the buying side also. You have to negotiate from them also. And if you are selling it to someone, you have to negotiate there also. Both are equally client facing jobs and both are equally hectic. And not, I will clearly say that hectic, it's just time taking. And that is because see we are working in India and we have US clients also. So in US clients you have to take client calls according to their time zone. Sometimes they take calls according to your time zones. So that's a part which plays a role. That's not something uh, to be hectic, but it takes your 1.5 hour of day in, after your working hours as well.
Right. Okay. So each and every experience counts in the corporate world. Okay. Next, can you share your experience regarding managing significant responsibilities like the training and placement cell and other co-curricular activities as well while securing your 6 month intern at Accenture and a full-time role at Cotiviti? I mean, not all of us are this serious and sincere when it comes to time management, right? So what do you advise to your juniors to navigate their 4 year BTech journey to achieve similar success?
See, talking about my roles and responsibilities, being a placement coordinator, it helped me a lot to grow. Definitely in my communication skills, whether it be or approaching any companies and each and everything, it helped me to grow. And when you are working as a placement coordinator there, the success of each and every candidate who has got a placement and your role is there uh, for them getting a placement, so it counts a lot. Like you will get such a good feeling after each and every of your classmates or batchmates gets placed. Like it's a very noble job, definitely, and that's what I worked upon. And managing my skills, So I prepared myself in summer interns time only, summer that I will be ready because once you are a placement coordinator, you won't get that much of time to work on your skills, building up your skills. So you have to prepare in advance. Once you are prepared, then definitely you are well versed, and companies don't ask very deeply. They know that you are a fresher. They ask at that level also. So you can definitely secure a good placements.
Right. I also asked about the advice to your juniors to navigate through their 4-year BTech journey.
I would say first year definitely explore as much as you can, explore your interests. Like first year only I got interest in analytics and consulting. There was a competition called Case Fiesta. It was organized by OJS, and there I participated and I won the prize. So from there only I got my inspiration that I can take this as my part of career. So explore different opportunities, explore different fields. Second year you can be a quite serious. Now you have to start preparing. I would not say well versed preparing, because analytics is something, if you are good in communication, the tech stack part is something you can do in 2 to 3 months. That's more than enough to
Right.
complete the whole syllabus. So take out those 2 to 3 months genuinely and prepare that in that time, and that will be more than enough for you to secure a good placements. In third year, definitely you will be working on internships. So try to get an opportunity in internships in summer interns, because that is very a good experience at a premature age. So definitely try to get a good summer internships.
So at last, you already have given advice, sir, but at last, can you also give one specific advice to the students aspiring towards this particular domain?
See, the biggest advice from me will be that prepare aptitude and English well, because the first round you have 300 to 400 students applying at in campus for the placements, and after first round the qualifying number of students reduces to 20 to 30 maximum. Talking about. So you can see the difference that from 600 or 500 people, 20 to 30 students are only eligible for interviews and the next round. So this is a part which plays a key role. If you get here, then it will definitely be easy for you to crack down other roles, other rounds as well. So that's it. So that is something which you definitely have to work upon.
Right. Uh, okay, so thank you for your fine piece of advice. I think that sums up today's episode. Thank you so much for joining today. It's been a real pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you, Krishna.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed today's episode, today's conversation, please take a moment to comment down below about what questions you found intriguing. Also, do mention if we forgot to ask any important questions that we can add in our upcoming episodes. Thank you so much.